Hello guys, this is Joey, and we got some exciting news coming about not this year's World Cup, Cricket World Cup, but next year's T20 World Cup. As you know, that will take place partially in the United States of America as well as the West Indies. And so we have officially confirmed the three locations in the United States, and they will be New York, Dallas, and Florida. New York should be the interesting one for us because that's not a place that we're used to seeing cricket played in. So let me get into the three locations and why I think they are interesting choices. Here you can see that these are the locations for the Cricket World Cup. A lot in West Indies. You have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven locations in the West Indies, pretty established locations. That's why West Indies was chosen alongside United States because they have well-established stadiums, well-established fan base, and it's much easier to host there. But we do have three locations you can see in the United States here. Um, East Meadow, Grand Prairie, and Lauderhill. Grand Prairie should be familiar to us as that was the main location for Major League Cricket. Um, the opening games were played in Grand Prairie, Texas, and then the finals were played there as well. And here's pictures of that stadium. Beautiful stadium, but brand new. I think it seats about 7,000 to 15,000, which hopefully it'll seat more in the future. But yeah, so Grand Prairie is in Texas in the South. Here, it's where Major League Cricket was hosting their games. So that is one that we're familiar with. Let's take a look at Lauderhill. Lauderhill should be familiar to a lot of people who have watched international games with the United States because this is where a lot of the international games that the United States plays, they use their home field in this stadium here. And this is Fort Lauderdale, very close to Miami, and it's pretty much in the Caribbean. So it's United States, but it's very Caribbean weather. Lots of Spanish speakers down here, so should be really good weather. Hopefully in June for the Cricket World Cup T20. And here you can see some of the beaches in Fort Lauderdale. Just a very nice place to go. And yeah, as I said earlier, it's been a place to host international cricket games, specifically ODI games and international T20 cricket games. And this was the first ODI that we played in 2019 against PNG. So it's got some history there, a lot of history for the United States cricket compared to other places. And one place that I think is the most interesting is that a new cricket stadium is going to be opened in New York, not in New York City, but close to it, in a place called Long Island. It says Nassau announces plan for stadium at Eisenhower Park to host Cricket World Cup. And this is Grand Prairie, but still, um, Nassau County is preparing to host the T20 Cricket World Cup at Eisenhower Park. And basically, it's a 34,000 seat stadium, so that would automatically make it the biggest cricket stadium in the United States and also the biggest stadium in the T20 2024 tournament. So I don't like creating brand new stadiums like they did for the World Cup in Brazil or Qatar, where they're building brand new stuff, last minute. But this is just one stadium and it's going to help cricket in the United States, so I'm all for it. Let's take a look. Here is Eisenhower Park, so you have New York basically here. This is New Jersey right here. So this is New York. This is Long Island because it's an island and it's long. And this is good for me because I live in Washington, D.C., so I could drive there about 6 hours, but this is the closest stadium. Otherwise, I'd have to fly a plane, and I don't have the money for that. So I'm really happy that we at least have one northern city in here. So that's all I got for now. Exciting news, and I'll be here later to talk about the 2023 Cricket World Cup and all my thoughts about that. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next video later.